right. No.
All right. Don't want that.
Yeah, so 2 different state of progresses where you already finished the game, and I'm still milking the game as much as I possibly can. With me still hanging around Limgrave. I got Godric left, and I know I got Gratis Scion and maybe a few other bosses I haven't found yet.
You mean Grafted Scion back at the spawn area?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, do you know how to get back there?
I got some idea, but I don't know exactly. But I don't.
You lost audio.
Oh, I did? How's that?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. I got some idea, but I'll find out.
Okay.
There are some things that have been spoiled, but just little tiny things. It's like how I found the Glenstone Key. I mean, I didn't look it up. I was just kind of looking around, and I had that map, which didn't tell me anything. It just told me where already.
Oh yeah.
Told me where the gate was. It didn't tell me where the key was or where to meet the guy at. So I'm just.
It said there's a meeting place. You just went to the meeting place.
Yeah.
And that's where the key was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it didn't show me where it was though. It just showed me it did have it on the map, but it didn't have like an X or anything like that or any kind of hit. Or at least
you're talking about that note that you pick up next to the Lucaria gate.
Yeah, it has like the 6 little blue dots on it, and that's where the gate was, but it didn't have like a dragon on it or anything like that. But anyway, I'm hanging around the gate hoping maybe I'll see a note where someone gives me a little hint or something.
Mm-hmm.
And finally I saw a message saying dragon. I'm like, oh yeah, there is a dragon over there. So I went over there, and I figured maybe the dragon would drop it, but actually it's right beside the dragon. So
how long did you fight it before you figured that out?
Once I activated the dragon, I saw stuff to pick up, and I went ahead and picked all that stuff up and then fought the dragon.
Yeah. I actually since I was doing a magic character, I did very little damage to that dragon. It took a long time to take out because it was a glintstone dragon.
Oh, I was actually fresh off of the dragon from Limgrave, so I was already used to the dragon's moveset, so it wasn't really.
I've tackled pretty much every dragon, except for maybe like 2 on horseback. There's one. I think there's one that you cannot. Do you hear my dog?
A little bit, yeah.
Come on. What was I saying? The dragons.
Yeah.
But there's a super late game boss tied to an NPC quest line that I don't think you can ride the horse in his arena. And then there's one in Kayla on a bridge that I also did not fight on horseback. But the rest of them, I'm pretty sure I fought on horseback. And it took me quite a while to get used to the horseback combat, actually. I'm not that huge of a fan of it.
Yeah, that's why I've been staying away from it.
Yeah, but I feel like it's just so much, like, I don't know. I feel like it gives you a clear advantage in certain situations.
Yeah, you'll see me use the horse in a boss fight for the first time next week. But I only use it to speed up my distance from a boss because the boss will disappear and then reappear somewhere else. So I got to get on the horse just to kind of speed up the duration of the video. And then I do the same thing with the dragon because he'll fly away. And I'm like, and also I got to hurry up before the dragon, spits fire and it hurts me. So
yeah,
that dragon fight was so much fun to fight though.
Akil?
Huh?
Is it Akil? Is that what you're talking about, or the Glenstone one? Yeah, Akil.
Yeah, my heart was definitely throbbing on that one because it was a really fun fight, and just avoiding the moves and everything was very satisfying.
Right. I gotta say, the dragon's movesets don't really get a whole lot more diverse. Besides, for a few exceptions. But you'll see a lot of dragons later on that don't even have boss health bars. And they basically have the same moveset as the one you fought in the lake.
Okay. That's good. I mean, because they're really fun to fight, so that's no
Yeah,
problem.
and they give lots of runes, and
Yeah.
you'll always get a dragon heart out of it, which is what you spend to get the dragon spells, of course.
Okay. I know there's a few bosses where I'm trying to debate if I should record them or not because there's one that's like a spirit looking tree sentinel up north, and it has a few extra moves, but it's kind of the same thing except it actually has the back kick of a horse back
Are you
kick.
talking about Royal Knight Loretta
I think so.
at the Carrion Manor?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
wondering if that one's different enough to make a review of.
You honestly, if I could give you a little bit, if I could, I don't feel like this is really spoiling much. If you're already on the fence about it, I would recommend just not doing it because you fight the true version of Loretta later in the game.
Okay, that's fine.
Because you know how you're fighting a spirit there, right?
Yep.
You fight the corporeal, the actual Loretta later.
Okay, I'll just wait till that then, because I did the same thing with the Bloodhound Knight. I recorded the true version instead of recording the spirit version, which I just happened to find. That was actually the most annoying boss out of all the bosses I have fought. That one annoyed me the most.
Like gave you the most difficulty.
It was just really just annoying more than anything. I mean, it wasn't really a big problem. I mean, obviously you can kind of just spam these enemies until they're dead, but that's just not the way I'm fighting them because I'm trying to lengthen the video so I can talk, at least for a little bit, for at least a minute or so. And so I'm trying to showcase all of his move sets, which he just avoiding his attacks. And I wanted to land at least 3 unique parries from him too.
Oh, okay.
So I had some standards, but applying those standards just made the boss fight really annoying.
Yeah.
I eventually got
my most annoying boss was probably it's kind of tough because there was a couple of them that were really annoying. There was there was one in an area called the Lake of Rot that was super duper annoying, mostly because it was in the middle of a giant lake of rot. And then one of the demigods you fight in a mid-game zone called Rykard, he was annoying, but not overly difficult, just annoying because he had some moves that were kind of hard for me to predict.
It just wasn't telegraphed very well.
It's not that, I just had trouble getting the timing for the roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I messed around with Godric a little bit yesterday, and I'm some I've figured out the iframes for, and I'm really excited to eventually record it this weekend.
and do like a note, because I noticed that I feel like you try to go for no hits in your recording.
Yeah, that's the main goal. It depends on how much time I've been spending on the boss, and also just it's mostly just time, and
so is that your goal? Is that just your own personal goal that you try to accomplish with every single boss in the game?
Yeah, basically this is just a new standard I've applied for Elden Ring. Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and Dark Souls 2. Actually, Dark Souls 2 is where I started applying standards, actually.
Yeah.
Because like I said, Demon Souls and Dark Souls about the same thing. I just walked in there and just did whatever I could. I mean, even summoning. Yeah. I summoned all the way up to Dark Souls 2, and Bloodborne was the first one that I just played by myself. And then Dark Souls 3, I had so much trouble with Pontiff that I had to summon someone for. But after that, I had no other problems with any other boss. And then, so yeah, Dark Souls 2, when the DLCs came out, I was really looking forward to doing boss fights by myself consistently. I would actually have 2 boss fights by myself, and then one where I would actually summon people. Right. So when I started playing those kind of standards, and then Bloodborne came out, and I was like, you know what? I don't. Yeah. Also, Dark Souls 2 is actually where I stopped using shields, so that was appropriate for Bloodborne because I don't use shields anymore. So it was
Right.
very exciting for Bloodborne because I was playing the whole game by myself. Wasn't using shields, obviously, because their shields are useless in Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Then Dark Souls 3 came out. I made it Bloodborne. See, Dark Souls 2 had reviews, but Bloodborne was more like first impressions. I would just kind of
Mhm.
upload my first attempt and just my live reactions actually.
Oh, okay.
And so I didn't do every boss for Bloodborne though, just a select few. And then Dark Souls 3 came around, and whenever I recorded a boss, it was still just the whole, by myself and just doing whatever I can to get the boss killed. And I would use cartoon characters like the old man voice and the little boy. I don't know if you saw any of those.
I've never seen those, bro.
Yeah, it was improv. It's like, oh, here we go. We got Vort of the Boreal Valley, son. He's charging at me, and I'm roll out of the way. Yeah, you're getting kind of frantic. You're running away from him. I mean, I got a little scared sometimes. It was wild, Grandpa.
That's pretty good, man.
Uh-huh. So I always got complaints about people, about Billy. What's his name? We're like, man, Billy's voice is annoying. So eventually I just kind of stopped, especially after I summoned for Pontiff, because I mean, obviously I don't really care how other people play. That's what I keep telling myself at least. And so after I summoned for Pontiff, I was actually very upset with myself because I was like, man, I had to summon to kill this boss. I don't feel like doing videos anymore.
Oh,
That's where it kind of cut off. I think I did do Aldrich though. So
yeah.
I did do that one at least because Aldrich was one of my favorite fights.
Right.
And actually, I think I got that one had the most attention because people were like, man, he already uploaded Aldrich and everything like that. Because I was really on top of it back then. I mean,
Right.
I don't have as much time back then. I mean, I don't have as much time now than I compared to back then, obviously.
Right.
But I'm surprised. I'm really surprised at how much I can get done today. Really.
Right.
Days, but
have you played today?
No, because this morning I wrote the review for Crucible Night.
Okay.
I didn't even finish it until I got back home, though. I actually had everything recorded. It's just it was time for me to go, so I had to put everything down and go to work, and then come back and finish it and upload it on YouTube.
So I'm guessing you record the fight and then you voice over the review later.
Yeah. I don't voice over it while I'm fighting. That just doesn't work.
That wouldn't. I would be like, that would be really impressive.
Yeah. I would have to be super. I mean, even if you're super comfortable with a fight, you can't hardly talk because you got to react. You got to plan on the iframe approach. I mean, yeah, that would be quite a challenge.
It would be, and I think that let's see. I forgot what I was going to say. What was I saying?
I don't know. I can't remember either.
I just had a complete brain fart.
I miss doing the overly detailed PvP. I don't PvP anymore, but that's one thing.
Man, you got to PvP in this game. It's super fun. A lot of people will tell you that it's not because there's lots of ganks and then there's lots of repetitive builds that you'll see a lot. And that's true, but fuck them.
I don't know.
But it's super fun, man.
But going back to Dark Souls 3, it was just I eventually just stopped doing the first impressions, reviews, and then when Sekiro came out, it was a really big jump because that was when I was applying like the 3 hits, which the 3 hits was one thing I was going to apply for Elden Ring. But then I was like, you know what? Let me just try to see if I don't get hit at all, because I've been playing these games for so long, applying these restrictions. So I'm like, well, why not just do no damage? But Sekiro, I was like, okay, I don't want to get hit at all. But the bad thing about Sekiro was I was stubborn about deflecting. I didn't want to deflect. I wanted to play the game like Dark Souls, which got me pretty far into the game. I was able to get Demon of Hatred, and then Sword Saint required a lot of deflecting, and that's actually where I stopped for 2 years and came back later and decided to deflect. And I beat the game, and I finished the game a few times, and then got the platinum, and I was like, okay, I'm done, because I kept having dreams about Sekiro. For 2 years, I
I
kept
remember you saying that.
having dreams about defeating Sword Saint, and then I woke up one
Yeah.
morning, I was like, you know what? I think I'm ready to jump back into it and just get it done, and I did it.
That's pretty good, man. And that's basically the same thing that happened to me.
Mm.
Because I got really far into the game, but I kind of did it make myself adjust, like right around Genichiro,
Mhm.
because he was a big major roadblock for me at first, and I had a lot of trouble with him. I had a lot of trouble my entire playthrough doing the lightning counters, and I don't know why I always had a hard time with it until, like I said, I got all the way to the second owl fight in Harada Estate. And then I just was like, I tried forever to beat him and I couldn't. And I finally got so mad, I deleted the game. I forgot about the game for well over a year, almost 2 years, not quite 2 years. And I just decided to start the game all over again. Got up to Genichiro again, beat him in a fraction of the attempts, and got up to Guardian Ape, beat Guardian Ape, got up to Owl again for the first time, beat Owl, got all the way up to where you go to, what's the area called where you fight the real corrupted monk? The place with all the flowers and the jumping dudes with the lightning and the lake and the carp.
Isn't that the
Fountainhead Palace.
Fountainhead Palace? Oh, I think.
Yes.
Oh wait, that's my mom. Never mind. Is that her?
I got all the way to Fountainhead Palace and I was like, you know what? I'm feeling this shit. And I decided to go back to my original save. And I went in there and I beat Owl, not the same day, but the next day. And I was just like, oh shit, this is it. This game is over with.
Yeah.
And I went on to finish the rest, beat the Divine Dragon. And then I beat the Demon of Hatred on my second attempt, no cheese, which I thought was just insane. I used all my heals though. Like I used my sticky rice. I think there's a snow healing item that divine child gives you. I used my rice ball. I used everything, man, and all my spirit emblems using my fire shield, and beat him on my second attempt, which I'm really proud of. And then got up to Ishin, and Ishin was really challenging, but he really has a unique flow and dance to his entire fight.
Yeah.
I feel like, and it's really, really something when you put it all together and you finally beat him.
That's one thing I would love to go back to Sekiro 4 is to actually get more deflecting down with the rhythm. Because I got the first two phases down really well. And then the last two phases with Sword of Saint, I actually just run around a lot like I was when I first started playing Sekiro. And I always felt kind of bad about that, but that's just what I did to finish every playthrough that I needed, was just on the last two phases, just ran around and hit him whenever he lunged at me.
Yeah.
And so I would love to go back and actually fight him properly with deflecting. I know at first I was like, man, 4 phases, really? But once you get deflecting down, it's not that bad at all.
No, and you get to where you just beat Genichiro's ass, and you just don't like, he doesn't even touch you.
Yeah.
And then the first phase, it's fairly simple once you get the timings down because I feel like you can successfully dodge a lot of his attacks along with deflecting. If you really get if you really pay attention and get the timing right. And then once you get to the spear and gun phase, I feel like his timing is more predictable.
Did you see what Alex sent on?
I did. He said he was asleep. That's odd. It's 8:30 here, so that means it was like 4:30 there. He took a hell of a nap in the middle of the afternoon.
I had to take a power nap when I got home because today it was raining all day. So
yeah, it actually rained really hard here yesterday evening and last night, but it hasn't rained yet today.
Sorry, I interrupted you. You're saying talking about Sword Saint still?
It's like I said, when he got to the spear and in the spear phase when he pulled out the, I'm not sure if it's actually a gun, but he pulled out something what was like a gun, and like, was it a gun? Like,
yeah. Did you see the Yuri the Witch videos where he actually zooms in on the models?
no, I haven't.
Yeah, you ought to check it out. It's he actually did one recently about Elden Ring where they actually reused the cut boss from Dark Souls 3.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
was it the Red Wolf of Radagon?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah. You would be really interested in Zuli the Witch's channel.
Wait, that's that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Zuli. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I watch her all the time. She has some great shit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I do remember her talking about the cut boss from Dark Souls 3 in a separate video. And then she brought it back around. She's like, see, they proved me right.
Yeah, she was really interested in that story.
Yeah. And overall, I mean, I thought the boss was, kind of interesting. And it was another one of those bosses that becomes regular enemies later on, which I kind of felt like, kind of took a little bit of the because I thought it was like a really cool tribute to like Sith, but then it's like, oh, it's just a regular enemy. I mean, I guess so.
Did you see the Capra Demon tribute?
Oh, the Omen Killers. Omen Killer.
Is that what they're called?
Is it in the village of the Albanierics?
He has the demon mask on. There's Alex.
Oh, look, he
He has,
decided to show up.
Yeah, he looks like he just woke up.
Oh fuck, guys! I'm sorry.
Oh,
Damn.
Fashionably late.
Yeah, I like to be stylish.
Looked like you had a haircut recently.
No,
Just the way you slept.
Yeah,
I
went.
Mine's getting a little wild.
Yeah,
Oh, mine's all over the place.
My luscious locks.
There they are.
Yeah.
Really need to change the Solo for Life banner to where it's something we can actually use for put on T-shirts and stuff, because I can't put a Dark Souls image on shirts and stuff.
No, you probably couldn't get away with that.
No, especially if people wanted to buy them.
Yeah.
What
Oh
a
man. So man, we've just been talking about Elden Ring, and a little Dark Souls 3 and a little of this and a little of that.
Yeah, we're done. We're about to get off.
Yeah, man.
I was like, fuck, I don't know if I'm late. I just figured I'd just type it all in. See if it was fun.
So, how far are you in the game?
Well, I was at Atlas Plateau, and then I went over to Kayla instead.
Yeah. So did you get both halves of the lift of Dectus?
No, but I did find the lift.
You went through the tunnel with the magma worm?
Yes, I believe
the
so.
The mine with the magma worm?
Yeah, the Gale mine.
What? No, I'm talking about how you got to the Altus Plateau.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the one with the singing bats?
Yes.
I love that place. The singing bats it's so unsettling, but just really comforting at the same time.
Yeah,
and you know what? They will pretty frequently drop high level rune consumables.
Yeah, like level 6 golden runes or some shit like that.
I've had them drop level 8 ones.
I think I had a couple of those too. I thought it was just a normal character. I go up to him and then starts attacking me. I was like, oh fuck.
Tell me,
Zach, you said you found that place I was talking about, the where the magma worm is?
Yeah. Bats and the ladders.
Yeah.
I saw that there was a mine there on the map, and I went straight over there because I needed upgrade materials.
I
hope please tell me there's a bigger bat that sings opera as a boss.
That would be cool. No, there's not.
Oh man. Are you sure you found all the bosses?
I am not sure of that, but
you found a good chunk.
I've found a lot of them.
So
I said, I missed the Clean Rot Night. I missed I missed the Black Knife Assassin that had half health. I missed that one. I missed the Golem. I missed that one. There's quite a few of them that I missed actually.
Apparently, I missed a few in Limgrave because I was so far ahead. I figured I'd check out all the bosses in Limgrave, and I was like, "Oh, there's about like 10 that I missed." I was like, "Fuck."
Well, I know we can't do like any like top fives or worst fives because we're all of us haven't been through all the bosses, of course.
I could, but I don't want to spoil even the names of some of these bosses.
I mean, I can tell you the worst boss I fought, and it's not Soldier of Godring.
What was it?
The
There's an
Miranda
upgrade.
Flower.
Found out there's
the fucking flower, man. That's another one that I missed.
That's that review is actually coming out tomorrow on Facebook, and I'm not.
You know what, man? You shouldn't even dignify that one with a review.
I feel bad about bowing at the end of it because I hold triangle and I just move my controller and just hope for the best gesture. And he ended up bowing. I'm like, of all gestures, after that I changed the gestures up because I just didn't want that to happen again.
Right.
So that flower was a disgrace.
Yeah.
And I dog it in the video very, a lot. So get ready for a very negative review on that one.
I just learned that you can go to the converted towers and use the gesture.
The what towers?
The converted towers.
Where's that?
There's a few of them.
Converted towers.
Yeah, they're called converted towers. You go do the erudition gesture and it unlocks a secret.
Oh, I have found a couple of those actually.
Yeah. Where you're standing in front of a statue of Merrick.
And it drops a ladder.
Yeah, that was one of them. And then the other one opened the door.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Spoilers, no.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
well,
just picking
now
up.
you know.
What happened?
You have to do
he said spoilers.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to do a quest line to even unlock all that, though.
Oh well, it's a big game. I got plenty of stuff to do.
It's a huge game, man. It's a huge game.
I know.
And there's actually one thing that I fucked up and forgot to do before I went to New Game Plus is I forgot to solve any of the paintings.
Yeah.
I forgot to solve any of them. And I don't think I found all of them either. I think I found like 5 or 6, but I think there's more.
I found a painting.
But I didn't.
The fucking Celia. Celia.
That look Kayla.
Yes. Yeah. And I found that's looks like it's right next to Radon's fight.
There was 2 very cool area reveals that I found where it was one was guarded by planks of wood, and I just happened to notice it, and then one was actually it was like it looked like it was cut out in the bricks, and I'm just looking around like, man, that looks weird, and I'm like, how in the world? I mean, it looks like a hidden wall, but I'm not sure. And so I jumped up and did a slam attack and it revealed a hidden area. It's a hidden boss that it looks like the grafted Scion mixed with the demi-human chief.
Whoa. Where's that?
This is
Lerna of the Lakes.
Huh?
And the Lerna of the Lakes?
Yeah, around that area. Yeah.
I fought that thing too, yeah. It just popped out at me too. I was like fighting crawdads and no, it came out of the ground. That's right.
Well, this was in a fog container.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Don't they spit poison?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Those things suck, dude. Those things hit hard.
Yeah, they really love using the spammy enemies in some parts.
Yeah, and if you try to run away on the horse, they'll like teleport to where you are.
I never got to run away.
Now, eventually you will outrun them, but they will try to keep up.
Wait, where is
this? If you're trying to, and if you run away on foot, then it's game over.
They're going
to keep up.
Are you still talking about Lerna of the Lakes or just a different area?
I'm talking about anywhere you run into those things, they will do that.
Okay. I know that one area, Farum Azula with those tornadoes all over
Yeah.
the place.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's
That
freaky.
place is cool.
When I went there for the first time, I was like, "What the heck is this?" And what's crazy is, before Elden Ring came out, I would always have dreams about a huge, open world Dark Souls game, and so far, Elden Ring has been looking just like what I would dream about.
Right? It's amazing.
It's creepy. I'm like, man, this is exactly what's in my dreams before the game came out.
That's the
They
area
did
that
us.
Dragonary.
They do what?
That's the area that looks like Dragonary, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's tornadoes and there's dragons flying around everywhere.
So those
Yeah,
are
I got-
tornadoes. They're not just like big giant pillars or something, or just spin
One
around.
of the four belfries.
I'm pretty sure they're tornadoes. Yeah, one of the 4 belfries takes you out there, but the place it takes you to is a very, very small part of it. And
Yeah.
when you actually go to the real the real main Farum Azula, you can't even access that part that gate takes you to. You can't even
Yeah, I
access
looked
it.
down
It's
from it was like
it's
really far away.
it's way up there.
I don't
But
think
if you get to the right spot in Farum Azula, you can spot the place that you go to it that the gate takes you to though. You can spot it and be like, okay, that's where I was.
I just got the last imbued sword too. So I'll go over
Unlock the last
Ceaseless-
belfry.
Yeah, the Ceaseless Night one is the last one I got. Wherever that takes me.
man, the Crucible Night was so much fun. The parry.
The Crucible Night.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't tried to parry at all, man.
Hmm.
I really sucked at it in every game I tried except Bloodborne.
Well,
I
shield
didn't
parries
even
different.
try.
we just got to find one that fits your timing preference.
Yeah,
Right.
they have skills for it now.
And the buckler pretty much matches my timing preference exactly. That's why I'm so comfortable with it.
The
Yeah,
wooden
it's a good one.
too.
Uh,
The Stalking Shield for samurais.
Oh.
the Crucible Knight, I unintentionally fought him without dodging because I originally had the dodge when he bashed his shield towards me. I would just pretty much just roll away and then just come back again for another parry. But he just happened not to use a shield bash, so I did the whole fight without rolling unintentionally.
Oh wow, that's cool. Can you
Yeah,
parry the shield bash?
I don't think so. I don't think you could parry a shield.
No.
I didn't try.
I tried so many times and it took all my stamina and most of my health every time I did it.
You'll notice.
Oh.
I mean, you can go to YouTube, watch it. Pretty much any type of damage I did to the boss was just through parries, and that was it.
Have you guys noticed in videos where people are parrying bosses sometimes, and it looks like they got the parry off, but they can't get the riposte off, and then they got to parry them. They got to parry them like multiple times in a row before they get the riposte off.
Uh-huh.
That's weird.
Have you seen that?
I saw someone do that with Margit.
Yeah, I thought that was
watched it.
really weird.
I'd rather just not parry at all if that's the case. Really.
Yeah. Do you guys think that they were not parrying intentionally or just showing that they could? I mean, not riposting intentionally, just showing they could parry him as many times as they wanted, or do you think maybe it really requires it?
I think it really does require it, considering how many times it takes to hit a wall. I know it's two totally different things, but just I think they just really want to increase the amount of times it takes to time a parry just to get that reward, I guess. But I mean, it depends on how much damage you take off. But then again, I mean, if you're like me, I don't want to take too much damage off because I want to be able to fight the boss a little bit longer. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It just depends, really, just how much damage it takes off, and see if it's even worth it. Because I'm
Right.
wasting my time. If I'm wasting like 30 seconds just to get a riposte from parries, I don't really think it's worth the time, really. But
I wonder if one of your stats is responsible for affecting the damage of a riposte, because I know
Yeah,
that
I read
was
that.
the case in Bloodborne.
Because I know that some people repost and then all they do is just hit it with like two more R2 attacks because their stats aren't high enough for the repost to do any damage whatsoever.
Right.
I forgot where I watched it, but yeah, I remember someone saying that directly. Like sometimes your attack alone will do much more damage than the repost because your critical is low. Like the damage you would do. What? Come in here grinning. What? But yeah, it's because your critical gets like really low, so you can't do as much damage that way as you can just attacking normally, because like your arcane or something would be much higher, or whatever your stat is.
Yeah.
I don't know what affects critical though.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's something that would have to be looked up. I'm sure if it is, it'll be online.
I think it's funny that you can even upgrade your immunity or focus or death resistance when it just seems so insignificant, really.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny sharing the boss.
Going to value builders.
And people are like, "Where's Radon?" I'm like, "Does it look like I'm anywhere close to
Oh, fun.
What'd you say, Zach? I couldn't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Whenever I share those video reviews, I'll get that one guy that's always like, "Where's the Rodon fight?" I'm like, "Does it look like I'm anywhere near the Rodon fight?"
No, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta read the situation. Like, clearly this guy's still in Limgrave, or
Uh-huh.
clearly he's in Liurnia. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's just I'm like, I'll get to him. I'll when I get to him, I'll definitely spend as much time with him as possible to get that video out.
I'm really disappointed that you're gonna have to fight him post nerf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it really that significant?
I mean, I don't know because I haven't fought him again yet, but like everybody I've seen seems to say it is. I don't know.
Well, what was the problem?
Because
the box was too big on a certain attack, or
well, one example I'll give you in particular, like my cousin plays the game, and me and him talk about it sometimes, and he had fought Radon earlier pre-nerf, and he was like, "Fuck this, man! I can't fight this guy right now." And he came and fought him again after the nerf. Now, granted, of course, he had left and went and played in a different area, so you can say he just got stronger. But he used the summon. He used summons, and he beat him in like his second or third try after the nerf. So I don't know. He seemed to think that it was easier, and then everybody I read on the posts on online, they seem to think so.
I think it was hilarious that people reacted negatively to me saying that I didn't play these games because I thought they were easy. Okay, man. It's like, who plays these games for that reason?
It's like I'll post these boss reviews, and people are like, "You think that's bad? You should try this and that." I'm like, I never said the boss was bad. I mean, I'm just reviewing the boss.
It's like I'm not comparing it to other bosses.
Yeah, I'm reviewing them accordingly.
Yeah.
Everyone always has something to say.
People get off at the dumbest things. People are like, "Where are the challenging bosses?" And then I upload Margit, and then there's like nothing. No, the people that had everything to say about, "Oh, where's the challenging bosses?" Finally upload Margit, and then they have nothing to say.
It's not like a huge amount of like extremely difficult bosses. I mean, there's a lot of them, but I mean,
actually, I'll be honest with you guys. This is one of the easier from soft games that I played.
Supposed to be.
But I loved every minute of it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, loved. And 10 out of 10 for me. 10 out of 10. Love it. And I really, really hope there's DLC. I really hope there's DLC and sequels, and I just want more of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll definitely make Elden Ring too. Even though Miyazaki's not a big fan of making sequels, but I'm pretty sure
the game's too big.
Yeah.
The game is huge. The game is like as in big as in popularity. It's really popular.
I mean, considering how diverse just the areas are, I know he can come up with significantly more places for us to explore.
And if you did an Elden Ring 2, would it require you to have it in the same setting in the lands between?
I don't know.
I'm surprised they even made all these new areas look as unique as they do, really. So I don't know how they would do Elden Ring 2.
Oh man,
I mean, easily the best open world game I've ever played. I mean, and I played a lot of open world games.
My
Yeah.
favorite area so far has been that the Rockvale or whatever the hell you do to get from Liurna, the lakes, to Atlas Plateau.
Oh yeah.
I thought that area was cool with the big ass fucking clock tower look.
Yeah. I think my favorite is Jarberg. Did y'all find Jarberg?
Mm-mm.
It's in Liurnia. It's
really?
actually really close by the Carrion Study Hall.
What's that red area called again?
Kayla.
Yeah,
Caleb.
that's my favorite area, even though I haven't really started exploring it officially yet. I just love the music that plays and how it looks and the enemies that
You
look.
know, it was actually my least favorite area. I
Really?
don't know why. Yeah. My favorite area, probably Faramazula.
That might end up being my favorite area because I just love the way it looks, how creepy it is.
Okay.
It is super. It's more like it's so self-contained that it's a lot less like the other zones because it's its own zone. But as its own zone, it's more similar to one of the legacy dungeons than the other open zones.
And see, one thing I really love about Elden Ring is when you look at something for the first time, you don't really know what you're looking at. You got to take
Yeah.
several looks at it before you can kind of comprehend how everything's put together. And that's just been incredible. I mean, I've been seeing it around every corner. I'm like, what the heck is that? And where does it connect to? And it's some of the best level design I've ever seen in gaming in general. It's just amazing how some people are saying, "Oh, the level design is so bland. It's just every area looks exactly the same." I'm like, what?
You're insane.
It's just
And that's not even talking about the underground. The underground is nuts.
yeah. I've been through some of the underground a little bit. Yeah, there's slow little stone enemies.
Yeah. A couple of the hidden optional areas are underground, so just be aware. But
What was that last part?
some of the secret optional areas are underground, so just keep that in mind.
I found 2 of them. I can't figure out how to get to the other side of Isle River.
We found the Dragonkin soldier.
Yeah, but I can't get to the other side of him.
You gotta beat Radon.
Oh, of course.
I was a little disappointed how small the academy was, unless I'm missing a lot or something, because I'm already at the
Did you do the rooftop portion?
Nope. So I guess I got that still.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, pay attention to areas you can potentially get on the roofs and stuff.
Okay.
And did you also find the fake bookshelf walls?
Some of them.
I think there's only like 3
Okay.
I found.
I know one of the most impressive areas that's just very compact was Stormvale. It looked like such a small area, but there's just so much in there.
Yeah, but I think the largest legacy dungeon I feel like is the Volcano Manor.
Oh, that sounds nice.
I've barely even
Is that the one with the high
looked around that area yet.
With the big horse mechanic wheel thing with the platform you ride on?
That's like right before it.
Okay.
That's like that's the yeah. The area between Leon. No, I haven't.
There is a snowy area, right?
Volcano Manor is at Mount Gelmir.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But there is a snowy area, right?
Yeah, it's called the Mountaintop of the Giants.
Okay.
It's intriguing.
But you can't access it until you beat the main boss of the capital.
The capital.
Supposed to fight Radon first or go to Atlas Plateau?
I mean, you can fight. Radon is totally optional,
Oh, it's not fun.
but in order to get to some areas and face some bosses, you have to beat him because there's an event that occurs once you beat him that I won't spoil.
So do all the assassination things before fighting Radon.
The festival.
No, I think the assassination things will be fine.
Okay. Well, I'll still do those first, anyways.
Isn't there an area that also looks like Bloodborne, like the level, like Yarnum or something?
I really thought the academy gave me serious Bloodborne vibes.
Okay. Yeah. It kind of reminded me more about Duke's Archive more than anything.
I think it had I don't know. I think it had a lot to do with the music. I don't know why, but the music in Raya Lucaria reminded me a lot of Bloodborne.
I know the Blood Knife Assassin has Sekiro music, basically.
That's the one thing about
notice that.
Blood Knife Assassins. So the Blood Knife Assassins, I fought a few of them already, and the one in the Sage's Cavern, I believe, the Sage's Cave. That
The
one,
invisible one?
yeah, fuck that one, dude. It was so irritating.
He's invisible.
Well, not only is he invisible, but he'll just come up behind you and do a fucking backstab critical hit, and then he'll follow it up with another one. And I'm just like so pissed off by it. I was like, there's no fucking way. I beat him, but I mean, I was just so pissed off by him. I didn't even care about the runes that he gave me. I was like, fuck, I'm just happy it's over.
Listen, homie, if you hated that, then you're really going to hate something later on in the game.
Fun.
My favorite NPC encounter where I had to fight one was the one where that shot a soul spear at you, and he kept disappearing whenever you attacked him enough. And
Oh, the preceptor?
I think so. He eventually just starts circling around this room that has a ladder that goes up towards the ceiling. And so anyway,
You're talking about good old preceptor Miriam.
Yeah. And then eventually I had to climb up the ladder, drop down right behind him, get a sneak attack, and that's how I eventually got him. I was like, man, that was cool.
I used the bow.
That guy really, really pissed me off.
Oh,
it was
really?
Miriam pissed me off, man.
I just used the bow. I stood on a stack of books and I shot over the fucking railing.
There you go.
Because all of his shots would hit the railing and all my shots would go right over it. And that's how I took him out. I was like, fuck this guy. So I just, because he kept doing the teleportation thing. So I was like, well, fuck you. You're going to fight me ranged. I'll fight you ranged.
Yeah. So the first time I fought him, I left. And then I came back later after I acquired the same spell that he uses. And I used the same spell against him, his same spell against him to kill him. And that was very satisfying.
Nice.
And then you come back to that same area you fought him. If you do the Ronnie quest line, she will give you a statue. And if you take it to the podium right next to the Grace, as soon as you go inside, it will turn that place upside down. And then you have to go through it, and then you fight Preceptor Miriam again. And that is also the only way you can access the Divine Tower in Liurnia to activate no, wait, you don't activate anything there. It's just you do part of Ronnie's quest line there.
I still want to do a podcast where it has as many of us as possible, especially Dennis and Michael. Where we just we record our fight with Margit and we just compare it. Which Margit fight are you wanting to use, Blake? Because I know you had two that you had recorded.
What did you say? Say it again.
Oh, us comparing our Margit fights.
Oh yeah.
Which recording do you want to use? Your first one or second one?
The one. Oh, the first one.
First one?
Yeah.
One
because the second one was on New Game Plus.
Okay.
Yeah, so that wasn't a fair fight. I was way too outmatched. He had no chance.
Okay. I was wondering how you felt about that because I was like, man,
Yeah.
I'm really looking fixed the first one.
Margit actually, like, he was hard, but I don't think he was as big of a deal as everyone kept saying he was. I thought he
Definitely
was
not.
alright. He was-
And
I mean,
Godric isn't hard
moderate.
either.
I mean, compared to Godric, like I said, he's actually not, he doesn't have nowhere as near as many attacks as Margit had, from what I've seen.
Yeah, and gosh, yeah, and I think there's a real reason for that. Because Margit is not who he seems to be.
Okay. I shall find out. I know he pops up again.
You know that?
Yeah.
Do you know where?
No.
Okay. Well, yes, he does pop up again. He is actually a later game boss later.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he reveals his true identity.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's probably why, because he's actually a later game boss.
That's cool.
But his moveset is even more diverse in the second fight.
Sweet. I'll be prepared. Sort of prepared.
That's cool. I remember I predicted that he was a reoccurring character the first time I saw him on the fucking trailer. I don't remember how I knew that.
Man,
He might have my favorite line in the entire game is what every time he beats you, he's like, "Put these foolish ambitions to rest." Like, okay, bro. All right, we get it.
You got a big dick.
Looks like we need to wrap it up. Our 40 minutes is almost up.
Yeah, I need to get off here.
All right. Alex, if you can, try to get a recording, of Margit on a first playthrough if you can. If you hadn't create a new character,
Yeah, you can capture it on your PS4.
Yeah, just press the share button after you get finished.
After I get finished with the fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to. You can press record before you fight, but you don't know if you're going to beat him or not.
Right. So you do it after the attempt you beat him in.
Yeah.
I have 100 videos of the Crucible Knight for that reason.
All right, guys. I'll holler at y'all later. I gotta get off
guys.
here.
All right,
guys. Have a good one.
Too.